We had barely just begun and already the investigation was in high gear. Gabe and I suited up to search under the surface. Ryder and Vanessa would stay back at base camp and stay in touch through an underwater communication system.
Go for base camp. Oh, what is that? Base camp for Josh, base camp for Josh. We saw something large and swimming just west of base camp. You guys should move your position and see if you can see something from underwater. Yeah, Josh, we read you. You sound pretty panicked. You okay? Base camp for Josh. We saw something large and swimming just west of base camp. You guys should move your position and see if you can see something from underwater. Yeah, Josh, we read you. You sound pretty panicked. You okay? What did it look like? Did you get good eyes on it? Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
Not finding any concrete evidence near the south side of the lake, we decided to use the boats to explore the opposite shore. Ryder, Mike, Gabe, and I took the motorboat toward the north side of the lake, while I sent Rex, Evan, and Bobby out in the Waka to explore the caves and inlets on the west side. Josh, for base camp, come in.
Go ahead, Josh.
So we're just approaching the far side of the lake. Really quiet out here, very still conditions. Haven't seen anything yet. We're going to take out the thermal imager and use the underwater camera, see if we can see down to the depths of the lake.
All right, copy that. Let me know if you see anything.
Okay, nothing on the flaring, Ryder. Right there! Holy I just had something huge in the thermal. Something just shot off in this direction and then went under the water. Did you see anything?
I just heard a bunch of splashing right ahead of us.
Whatever it was red hot in the thermal and it just vanished. It took off like a shot. Hold on, guys. Hang on a second. Vanessa, we just had a huge hit on the thermal imager. We're chasing it down. Something big at the surface. It took off like a shot and then went underwater. I don't know what it is. I'm following it on the thermal. Stand by.
Right up there to the right.
Oh, right there, Josh. See it? It was red hot on the thermal, it just took off. Whatever that was, it was right over here. Let's just hang here for a little bit. We'll watch the underwater camera, keep the thermal running. If it comes back to the surface, we have a good chance to see it. I don't see anything on the thermal. God, they're all over me! What the hell?
Hurry! Hurry! Get him out of the boat! Oh my God!
All right, hang on, guys! Hang on, we're getting out of here. But they're everywhere. God, they're all over my legs.
Get him! Keep going faster! Oh, in my mouth! Look at my shirt! They're in everything. They're in my gear. Oh my God. Everywhere.
Ryder for base camp.
Go ahead, Ryder.
A swarm of bugs just came out of the trees and is literally attacking us in the boat. Like, I'm not talking 1 million, I'm not talking 2 million, I'm talking 10 million bugs are eating our faces right now. I need a container of gasoline and a match. I'm lighting this entire boat on fire right now.
See if we can get closer and check it out and see what's going on. Yeah, this is the entrance to the cave right here. This cave goes all the way through into a bigger cabin. We're not going to make any further by boat. I'm going to have to get in and swim. Man, it gets deep in here. This place is spooky. It looks like there's like little holes that go into the cavern walls that something could hide in. Whoa! Something's pressed against my leg. It looks like there's like little holes that go into the cavern walls that something could hide in. Whoa! Something's pressed against my leg. Evan, did you just brush my leg?
I didn't touch your leg.
Whatever it was just pushed against my leg. Evan, there's something in here with us.
It's in the water. Was it down here?
Get something in there, dude. Back up. Slow.
Bobby for Josh.
Go for Josh.
Rex and Evan were exploring a cave and something big brushed by them.
Not sure if it's the best idea that
We get in the water and go after it. You might want to get over here and check it out.
So whether it's Taniwha or something else, the locals say something very dangerous lives right at the mouth of those caves. So why don't you guys go back to base and we'll head over to the cave and check it out. Oh, hold on, I see something, guys. There's the cave. Yeah, it's taking us right up to the mouth of the cave. Let's get the underwater camera in. Use the thermal, see if we can see anything around here. Underwater camera's going in right now. Let's throw a little bait in the water, see if that does anything.
Oh, I got some neat looking fish right now. Can you see anything on the thermal?
I'm looking right down through the cave and I can't see anything at all. There's certainly nothing at the surface in there, and around the boat, nothing as well.
The Aquacam's picking up a lot of activity. Unfortunately, it's just small and medium-sized fish. I'm not really getting anything as large as the eyewitnesses were reporting.
We continued to scan the bottom of the lake with our underwater cameras and patrolled the surface all night, but we had no further encounters. With daylight breaking and our boat running on fumes, we headed for shore. With compelling footage in hand, we packed up our gear to continue the search at home. We ordered a trans-Pacific flight bound for Los Angeles, where we would analyze our findings. Back in LA, we took our video evidence to the nearby Cabrillo Marine Aquarium, where we met with the director and marine biologist, Mike Schatt. We began with the thermal evidence we collected during the investigation, but it didn't prove overly conclusive. And nothing on the flare now, Ryder. Oh, right there! I just had something huge in the thermal!
It's curious to me that you lose the heat signature as it gets farther away, so it's hard to tell whether the organism is going under the water. It's really hard to tell in that case, isn't it?
We then turned to our night vision and infrared footage.
I see some undulation of the body. I think what you're seeing is an eel, and this one seems to be coming towards you.
So we can disregard that as Taniwha, you think?
I would say probably not a Taniwha.
Do you think there's some alternate explanations here?
There's a freshwater eel called the long-finned eel in New Zealand, and they get to be over 6 feet long. So I can really see how somebody would look at that and maybe say, wow, that's something different than just a normal animal.
The long-finned eel, found only in New Zealand, may well be a prime suspect for Taniwha misidentification. It is, after all, among the largest species of eel in the world. The bony rays on its pectoral fins give the eel unique characteristics that align closely to eyewitness testimony. The Taniwha has been immortalized in Maori myth to such a degree that his origins are ultimately unknown. We do know that the earliest Polynesians blended the natural and spiritual world into a complex tapestry of sacred creatures in an effort to understand this wild paradise. It is this communion with nature that defines the Maori people of today. And though the Taniwha is likely a large eel, it is also a potent symbol designed to remind us of the power of the natural world. Hold on!